you look really tired.
Yeah, I spent most of the day trying to figure out these new rules for the leases.
I know what you mean. They seem really crazy, and I like what we had going on with FASB 13.
Yeah, but that's a thing of the past now. According to what I'm reading, we are now using something called the right of use model.
That's right, and it applies not only to lessors, but lessees as well.
Exactly. That's why I'm so stressed out and I don't know what to do.
Forget about that now. We've got a couple of days off, so let's try to enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Getaway Lounge at the Motel 7 is proud to present the Terrence and Phillip Musical Review.
Thanks so much. We're really amazed to be on stage in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, this is a dream come true for a couple of guys from Hickory, North Carolina.
And we can't wait to share some of our favorite songs about the new accounting for leases, right, Phil?
That's right, Terry. This pronouncement's going to affect almost anyone who enters into a lease, but hey, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Before we get into that, we'd like to know where you're all from. Anyone?
Nevada.
Who cares?
Canada!
Eh?
Germany.
Willkommen! Hey, Terry, let's make them feel welcome with our medley of international favorites.
Hit it, Phil! Germany!
Dankeschön, get ready for change.
Ireland!
Oh, Danny boy, the lease rules, they are changing.
Australia!
Hey, why don't we throw another shrimp on the bobby? Does a lease cause a fuss down under?
Spain!
Toro, toro, toro. Lessors and the leases now will use the same concept.
Right of use model. France!
My chérie amour, love the FASB 13 way.
Hey, that's not a French song!
Really? Good fool me.
Africa!
Ha, that's not a country, it's a continent.
No worries!
It means new worries for the rest of your days. A right of use model.
Let's bring it home!
Everybody's got changes, but Leases USA.
Thank you!
Thank you!
Thank you very much!
Hey, these guys are pretty good.
And you know what? Something tells me we're going to learn about the new lease pronouncement tonight.
True, but you know what's scary? They said it's going to apply to anybody who enters into a lease.
Yes, but I've heard there are some exceptions, like leases of biological assets or leases of intangibles.
That's right, and I heard that it doesn't apply to leases to explore the natural resources or certain investment properties.
I guess that's because we've already got some fairly specific rules on that.
You're right.
You know, Terry, in every case, a lessee is going to have to record a right of use asset in their balance sheet.
True, and they're going to have to set up a liability to make those lease payments.
And that's really something to celebrate.
Hey, speaking of celebrations, is anyone out there tonight celebrating something special?
It's my wife's birthday.
It's our anniversary!
I just broke up with my girlfriend.
Hey, I know we got a song for that. What's that Taylor Swift song?
Well, Phil, it could be any of them.
Hey, well, here's a song for all you people out there celebrating tonight. Woo-hoo! There's some changes going on around here. A new procedure to make your leases clear. So book an asset and liability too. We're gonna show a right of use asset to you. Celebrate new rules, come on!
Yeah!
Oh, all right.
You know, Phil, we haven't discussed the income statement for the lessee yet.
That's true, and the strange thing is that the lessee's going to have to show interest expense on the liability.
That's not so strange. They've also got to amortize the asset.
Yeah, that's the normal stuff, but then you've also got to deal with any changes in the liability due to reassessment of the payment or impairment losses on the asset.
Good point, but you know, it's all work no matter how you do it, and everyone out there is working for a living somehow. Tell us, what do you all do for a living? Anybody?
I'm a doctor.
Hey, doctor, my eyes. Hey, there you go.
I'm a dentist.
Hey, we got a song for you. Fill-ins. I lost all my fill-ins.
I just got my CPA license.
Wow, now that's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, but what about those guys who write all these accounting lease rules? That's gotta be hard work.
Nah, that ain't working. Look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. You write the standard for the FASB.
That ain't working.
That's the way you book it. Amortization when you show the lease. Hey!
Yeah, thank you.
These guys are really good.
Yeah, and it's all great information too. It reminds me the liability they're talking about is based on the present value of the lease payments.
You know, you're right. I think by the time this show is over, we're really going to understand what's going on with these new lease rules.
Hey, how about a little change of pace?
Yeah, let's look at how the lessor needs to deal with all this.
You know, Terry, the lessor now has to use a performance obligation approach or the derecognition approach.
Well, of course, that would be tied to the exposure of significant risk or the benefits associated with the assets.
Wait a minute. That was the proposed guidance under the old exposure draft. The new one has the lessor's treatment pretty close to the old standards.
Right you are, and just like they have to make a choice, we'd like you, our audience, to make a choice now.
It's time to make a choice and shout out a request. Anybody?
How about CeeLo?
Sing some Lady Gag Gag.
Play Freebird.
Hey, finally, I'm one I know and love.
Whoa, we don't have time for that kind of song.
Sing a Justin Bieber song!
Justin Bieber? I don't think
I
we
don't-
know any of those,
I
do
don't-
we?
I
I'm
don't.
sorry,
No,
sorry.
I'm sorry about that.
These guys are real amateurs.
Play Billy Ray Cyrus!
Well, which hit should we do?
I'm pretty sure he only had one.
Let's play it then.
Don't break my lease, my breaky lease. I gotta make a choice on what to do.
Performance obligation
or derecognition. It all involves the risk I'm going through.
Sounds like these guys need some more CPE. The FASB threw out the performance obligation approach based on response from the original exposure draft. However, they are correct about the derecognition approach.
Thank you very much. Hey, Phil, I think we need to take a look at that performance obligation approach just a little bit.
Sure thing, Terry. You know, in the balance sheet, the lessor is going to have to recognize a right to receive lease payments and the underlying assets.
Don't forget, we still need to set up a lease liability as well.
And the lessor will not derecognize the asset.
These guys are living in the past. Instead of the performance obligation approach, the lessor will simply record the payments as periodic income. Who are these guys?
Pretty cool. And what about the derecognition approach?
Well, in that case, the statement of financial position will show the right to receive lease payments and remove the portion of the assets representing the lessee's right to use the asset.
Pretty impressive.
Kind of like our show, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Well, you've been a great audience. We'd like to finish up with one of our favorites, and we hope it's one of yours as well.
Here's our version of Piano Man. Enjoy. Give us some rules, you're the FASB man.
Give us some rules tonight.
We don't know what to put in the balance sheet, and we know you'll tell us what's right.
Yeah.
Tickling the ivories.
This was really great. And you know what? The income statement has some things too.
Yes, and it's going to show the lease income based on the present value of the lease payments and lease expense based on the cost of the derecognized asset.
Yeah, and that's not really that different from the way that we used to do it. Of course, they also have interest on the right to receive the lease payments.
You're right.
I'm so glad we came to the show tonight. It's been a lot of fun and really helped.
And these guys were great, too.
Hey, sorry we're late.
Yeah, our van broke down.
Who are you two?
We're Philip and Terrence in your act tonight.
Then who are those two guys?
Thanks again, everyone. You've been a great audience.
This is the most fun 2 CPAs in Vegas for a CPE conference could have at open mic night. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you again.
Hey, take care.